There was a phase in my business when everything was right, but I wasn't getting the results. I was learning, I was showing up, I was explaining my product, but I wasn't making sales. And the reason was quite simple. It was because I wasn't asking for a decision from the customer. And if you are also in this phase right now, let me tell you, it's not because you don't understand the business. It's just because you have yet to understand what sales actually is. In this video, I'm going to break down sales in the simplest way possible. No complicated techniques, just basics that I have used to get better conversation and start getting results. Let's start with the biggest misconception. Sales is not convincing. Sales is clarity. Sales is simply helping someone move from a problem to a solution, only when the solution makes sense to them. Let me try and explain it to you through a simple example. I recently met a friend and she shared with me her skin feels dry. Now, I could immediately start pitching my products to her. Instead, I took a pause and asked her a few questions. What she was using currently, how she was using it, things that she had tried but failed for her. Now, based on that, I began sharing about the products that worked for me. This is important. The suggestion worked not because I explained it well, but because it was relevant to her and her problem. And that's what sales is. Less of talking, more of understanding what the problem your audience has. Most beginners that I work with lose sales even before the conversation starts because they're explaining too early. Once when someone pings you, your instinct is, let me explain the entire details. Let me tell them everything. But the problem is, you don't know what they need. Let's say, for example, someone asks you, I want to improve my skincare routine. Now, that sounds clear, but yet it's very vague. It's a very broad question. It's going to include multiple products, routines, steps, and if you explain all of that in one go, you will create confusion. Instead, take a pause and ask what they're actually struggling with, the issues exactly. Let them pinpoint if it's dryness, if it's acne, if it's sensitivity, and ask them what they have already tried so you have an idea what doesn't work for them. Now, the problem has become specific. You know that the skin is sensitive and they had tried products that are foam-based that don't work well with them and they don't have time for a 7-step skincare routine. When your problem is clear, the solution that you will give will also be very clear. Once your problem is specific, the solution that you offer is also very specific. And this is where sales becomes very easy because you are no longer explaining everything. You are just explaining what matters to them. I have seen many people getting uncomfortable when they are sharing their offer because they think sales means being pushy. But instead of thinking, how do I get them to buy? Ask yourself, how do I give them the clarity that this is the solution for their problem? Let's take a simple example. Don't use the phrase, you should try my product. Instead, use this phrase. This product will help you with dryness because it improves hydration and requires just 2 minutes of your time. Now, in this statement, you have solved each and every part of their problem. This is what your person will clearly understand, and that will get them to decide to get your product. That's called value. Value is not saying more. It's making what you are offering. It's about making what you share useful to your audience. And when something feels useful, people naturally move forward towards it. Another important shift that should happen is to understand that sales is a process. It doesn't happen in one message. Most people take time. They think, they compare, they observe, and it is very essential for us to give them that time. Earlier, when somebody used to tell me that they're not interested in the product, I used to feel really bad and I used to think they don't want to buy from me. But now I understand they are not rejecting. They are just processing the information that I've just shared with them. So instead of actually pushing them, I try to give them more clarity by asking them if they have any other follow-up questions, by clarifying their doubts, and by guiding them towards the solution. Over time, this builds trust. And with trust, sales happens very quickly. If you want to make sales really simple for you, you have to remember this. Understand, explain, clarity. First, understand the problem, then explain only what is relevant, and then clarify how it helps. This sales strategy can be used in any form, in any way. This framework will help to reduce the confusion. And once the confusion is reduced, there will be clarity. And clarity leads to decision. Here is a small action plan for you for this week if you want to improve your sales. This week, have just 3 conversations with people. In each conversation, try these 3 things. First, ask at least 2 questions before you explain anything. Second, try to identify and share with them one clear problem that you have realized after asking them the questions. And third, explain your offer only in relation to that problem. Don't try to say everything. Don't try to impress them. Just put your focus on being clear and relevant. If you do this consistently, your conversations will start to change and your confidence will improve automatically, because sales isn't about talking more. It's about understanding better. If you are building your business and you require assistance on understanding sales step by step, make sure you subscribe to my channel, the Bizmom Club, because I'm breaking this down in a very practical way in this series. Also, there are links of some simple digital tools that I have created in the description below. Do check them out. And if you want to be a part of the Bizmom Club community, do head over to my Instagram and click the link in the bio. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next video.